everyone, and thank you so much for joining me back here on KB Decor Crafts. Now I know I've been a little MIA lately, and I appreciate you all with your patience with me. I did have this video set to post a while ago, but I couldn't finish it up, but I thought it was better late than never. I know that Christmas is less than a week away, but in case you wanted to do some last minute DIYs, these are some really cute and easy ornaments to add to your tree. Now these were all very inexpensive, and they were made with a mixture of items from the Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby, and the Target dollar spot. Now what I like the most about these is that they required no hot glue whatsoever and took less than 5 minutes to make. So if you're looking for quick and easy ornaments to make, or maybe a last minute Christmas gift, go ahead and keep on watching. For the first set of ornaments, I found these metal rings from Hobby Lobby, and these came in a pack of 6. I also used this pack of ornaments that I got from the Target dollar spot in the beginning of the season, but you can always find something similar from Walmart or Hobby Lobby. So my first step was to spray paint these metal rings gold, and I used Rust-Oleum's gold metallic finish, and I spray painted both sides evenly. Once they were nice and dry, I brought them back inside, and it was time to assemble my ornaments. Now I was going to use the twine that already came on the little ornaments to attach to the ring, but I realized that it wasn't going to be long enough, so I just used some of my own twine that I got from Dollar Tree, and I tied a knot on the actual ornament itself and gave some space in between, so that way I could tie another knot to give it some space to be able to hang on the ring itself. So you'll see here what I mean, and then right there I'll just go ahead and attach the twine with a double knot on the actual metal ring. So the reason being that I created that space in between the ornament and the ring was to make sure that it would just dangle off the ring and not be so attached to it. And then you'll just create a little space in between the twine and create a double knot at the top to be able to hang on your tree. So these little wooden cutout ornaments that I found from Target dollar spot worked out perfect for this vision that I had. You could also find something similar at the Dollar Tree for the little wooden ornaments that they carry. That would work out perfect for these too. So I created 5 of them using the star, the Christmas tree, and the snowflake ornaments, and I also had these little houses, but I decided to save those for another project, but that would look really cute on this as well. I really love how they turned out, and they look so good on my Christmas tree. So for my second set of ornaments, I used this set that I found on Amazon of these wooden beads that also came with the twine and 3 different sizes of wooden beads. I will also have this in the link in my description box below for my Amazon storefront. So for the pattern that I created, I wanted to use one of the large beads, 4 of the smallest beads, and 2 of the middle-sized beads. So to begin, I threaded the end of the twine through a threading needle, which is not necessary, but I found it easier to be able to thread through the wooden beads. So I started off with 2 of the smallest beads, then moved to a medium-sized one, then the largest, then back to a medium size, and then finishing off with the last 2 small ones. And here's what the pattern should look like when you're done. So using the remaining end of the twine, I created a loop on top, wrapped around itself, and then pulled it through to create a little knot on top to be able to hang the ornament on the tree. So once you have your knot tightened, go ahead and cut off the excess twine, then make sure to push all the beads up onto the top of the loop. Then at the very end, you want to create another double knot as close as possible to the last bead. You want to make sure that both ends are securely fastened and nice and tight so that the beads won't move around. And then just cut off the excess twine. This next step isn't necessary, but I like to add a little bit of super glue to the ends to make sure that that knot won't untie. And here's how this one looks on my tree. I love this boho style, and I think I made about 6 of them to hang on the tree. So for my last set of ornaments, I found these plastic DIY ornaments from the Dollar Tree that came in a set of 2. So for these ornaments, I'm using some leftover pieces of eucalyptus that I had from a faux plant, as well as some branches that I got from Dollar Tree, and these small ornament pine cones that I got from Walmart. I also used some Epsom salt that you could also find at Dollar Tree, but I got this from my local grocery store. So to begin, I actually just created a small funnel using some cardstock that I had to be able to pour some of the Epsom salt in without making a mess. So to make things easier, I just poured some into a Dixie cup and then poured it into the funnel. So for this, I just kind of eyeballed it to see how much of the Epsom salt I wanted in there. And if you're wondering, this is acting as faux snow to make it look like snow. I think it looks pretty, and it does kind of give a resemblance to snow. So for these ornaments, I did want them to be as minimal as possible. So I grabbed a piece of the eucalyptus and just shoved it in there and kind of placed it in where I wanted them using the end of a paintbrush. So that's it for this ornament. You could add anything you'd like, but I wanted to keep it as simple as possible for this one. So for the second set of ornaments, I used the branches that I found at Dollar Tree, and I just cut them down to be able to fit inside the ornament. The best part about these branches too is that they were pretty easy to cut with just a pair of scissors. You didn't need any wire cutters. So to make these branches look a little more realistic and not as plasticky looking, I wanted to try this acrylic paint that I actually found at the Target dollar spot, and I actually found that they were not that great. They were a little too runny for my liking, and it was not showing up on these branches at all to look like white acrylic snow. So I just used the apple barrel white that I had on hand, and I just went over the branches to make it look like faux snow. This step isn't necessary if you have a better looking branch, but using the Dollar Tree branches, I wanted to take away from that plasticky look. So I already added some of the Epsom salt, and then I also added the smallest I could find of the pine cone ornaments from Walmart into this ornament. That was not the easiest thing to do, but I got it in. Then taking that branch, I did find that it was easier to bend it a little bit to be able to get it to sit right where you want it. And then I placed the branch inside the ornament and tried to place it down where I wanted it, and then using the end of that paintbrush again, I went ahead and fixed the arrangement of the branch. So I thought this looked cute already, but I wanted to add a little bit of a pop of color. So I grabbed one of these picks from Dollar Tree and just cut off some of the berries to put inside. I really like the added touch that the berries gave to this ornament. I feel like it really gave that pop of color I needed. And here's how this ornament turned out. So I made a set of 2 of them, and I really love how these turned out. I love the minimal vibe of them, and they look great on my tree. And here's how they look hanging up on my Christmas tree. So that's it for this video, guys. I really hope you all enjoyed these easy, minimal boho inspired DIY ornaments. I'm sorry this video came out so late this year, but I hope that it can at least inspire you and maybe inspire you for next year's planned Christmas tree. If you like these DIYs, don't forget to like this video and also let me know down below which one was your favorite. I hope to see you all soon in my next video, which will probably be in the new year with some new DIYs, and I hope you all have a wonderful holiday this season.